Hello again, friends. Here we are, Word of Gord, on this rather cool December afternoon, just a few days before Christmas. And I finally have time to put together Astral Plane Part 4. Now, as some of you will recall, the microphone was not the greatest of instruments on Astral Plane Part 3, so I have procured a newer and better one. And I'm sure many of you will be pleased to hear that. So there's that little black fellow there, and he's going to be our great servant in the videos to come. Now, in the last Astral Plane Part 3, I spoke of out-of-body astral plane sensual and sexual experiences, and mentioned a couple of books that would be good reference points on this, and I have them here right now. I knew you were wondering. Naked Soul by Marlene Marie Druhan, published by Llewellyn. This is a very good, very honest, not too sensational book on astral projection and some of the experiences you can have, including moments of intimacy with other human beings who are also out of body. Another book is Astral Love by D.J. Conway. Romance, Ecstasy, and the Higher Consciousness. Also recommended. I cover these matters in my own books, More Adventures in Eternity particularly, although I'll come to think of it, Eternal Life and How to Enjoy It as well. But I thought you'd like to hear some viewpoints other than mine. And that's where you'll find them. Now, of course, there's bound to be others. Those are the two that I would recommend right off the top of my head. The two best, the two least sensational, the two most accurate. A number of people have had a limited number of experiences of out-of-body sexuality, but when they come to write about it, expand upon them rather imaginatively, I feel. So I'm just giving you the two that I feel that are the most accurate. So, more on the astral plane. After listening to my own Part 3, I find myself focusing in and feeling that this is what I should do. I have projected and I am moving along what would appear to be a grassy path, along rolling hills that are part meadow and part woodland. This is the kind of landscape I am very comfortable in, as opposed to, say, mountains or deserts, although they are all available and all easily accessible on the astral plane. Every type of landscape is represented there. The wildflowers around me on this meadow, in this meadow, are many and varied and Ah, even more lovely than they are here. And they are very lovely here. Like all the living objects of nature, they seem to radiate a light from their interior as though they were a source of light and not merely as they are here, reflecting the light of the sun from their surface. Now, that is as it appears. I would not argue that as some sort of objective or scientific fact. But as you walk along the paradise levels of the astral plane, that is how it appears. I'm looking down into a long valley. For some reason it reminds me of the valleys just north of Stroud in Gloucestershire in England. And I don't say that to limit your imagination, but just to give you a reference point. There are many beautiful valleys in the world. This one happens to remind me of that. I look down into the valley from the hill's edge and look at its length, the curves of the hills, the trees, the birds I can see darting about, the butterflies, which, like here, you tend not to notice until you focus a few feet in front of you, and then you see they're here, there, and everywhere. The temperature is ideal, although I tell you I have to stop and think about it because I take it so for granted. It is like early summer, beyond spring and before the heat of midsummer. Ideal. I can see some playing, let's call them nature spirits, in the valley beyond. Little fairies, if you like. Elves, I'm not sure. My delineation of the various types of nature spirits leaves a little to be desired. I am not as knowledgeable as I would like, but there they are, playing like children, really, just like children, like 3, 4-year-olds, jumping about and dancing and skipping and chasing. They're beautiful, what do I want to call them, evanescent, lighted bodies, lovely little costumes, modeled on human costumes, I feel, like old-style dresses and cloaks, and shorts, t-shirts, something like t-shirts. Yes, yes. Now, there are fairies, of course, in our physical plane world, and they do much the same thing as they do here. They are the ensouled living forms of the energies of nature that accompany the growth of all plants, vegetables, flowers, trees, all natural forms. They are the spiritualized essence, if you like, of the natural form. I'm projecting there. I am not generally clairvoyant on the physical plane. That is, when I'm in my garden, say, I sense the nature spirits playing around, but I don't see them. For that, you will have to read other authors, contact other clairvoyants. Jeffrey Hodgson would be a good place to start. Dora Van Koons is another good reference point. Doreen Virtue also talks very beautifully about her interaction with nature spirits. I'm not approaching these ones I see in the distance. I'm just letting you know that that can be seen from this vantage point. It is so beautiful in these areas, these rural areas on the astral plane. One is tempted just to, as one does here often in good weather, just to lie down in the grass and not move again. One feels enchanted. One feels blessed. One cares not to move farther. I will now quickly teleport, if you like. I will move to the approach to the nearest small town and tell you what I see. Yep, there I am. Again, a wide grassy path about the size of a two-lane road, but no asphalt, no sidewalk, no gravel, no dirt, some shorter grass and longer grass at the side, and buildings in the distance. Homes, bungalows nestled in the trees is the impression one gets. This is a place where people like to be close to nature, no question there. An ideal small town with, I dare say, ideal small town inhabitants within it. I come to the first place, set off the path on the right, hoping to see someone that I can communicate with and then communicate to you. I send in a thought, and a youngish woman comes out and waves, and I wave back. I send a thought to her. She sends a thought back along the lines of, "You're kidding. You're talking to people on Earth now?" That's my accent, not hers. I say, yes. And I'm inviting her to pass along a message. She seems initially stumped, I think just through surprise. Okay, please convey to your friends on Earth the absolute joy of existence here. The beauty, the endless, seemingly endless happiness, no matter how trying or tragic your one's passing may have been, as mine was. It is inexpressively lovely, and there's nothing to be afraid of in death. And then she puts her arms up like that and says, "Is that enough?" And I say, "Yes, it is. Thank you." Okay.